Hello and welcome to VO Store Locator's WordPress plugin. My name is Chris Jersky. I'd like to bring you through both the free and pro add-on feature sets that we've been releasing with this new version 3.0 series. A lot of work has gone into making sure that this plugin is the most customizable free plugin that's in the WordPress directory. We've gone out of our way to make sure that the code base is both up to date with all of the brand new Google API key changes, as well as make sure that even the most basic beginner WordPress user can add this plugin and get a WordPress or get a store locator listing added to their website very quickly and easily. With that, I'd like to take you through the most important piece. When you get the plugin activated, the first thing you'll want to do is come over here to the settings area and make sure that you have a Google Maps API key set. Google has made a number of changes and they're making tighter restrictions down on the map use to make sure that the map properly shows on the visitor side, as well as make sure that we can do geolocation lookups on the listings that you add. You have to make sure that you get this API key correct. For our longtime users that might be watching this video, if you've created a key probably older than November of 2017, you might want to just go ahead and follow these instructions as well and get a brand new key. Google has made a number of changes with this new version 3.0 of their map API key, which a brand new API key will essentially resolve all the issues. We notice a couple people calling us about maybe some geolocation lookups when they're adding new listings. The map was showing correctly, but looking up for new listings, they were getting some errors. So the easiest way to fix that is just basically get a brand new API key. Using this link that we offer here, we went ahead and made sure that all of the proper libraries are selected right away. So if you use this link, you might have to just log into your Google account or create a new one. But once done, you'll notice that all of the API libraries are properly selected. You'll just have to follow the instructions here on creating a new project, and you will be offered the API key at the end, which we will just basically paste back into this area here and use the update settings to set correctly. From there, this will be your general settings about the fonts that will be used on the listings itself. Getting into the map customizations, you'll notice that there's a map that follows you at the very bottom as far as a preview. This is a drag and drop live interface. As soon as you go ahead and use, if you use your mouse to move over the ends, you'll notice that the cursor changes. This will allow you to drag and drop to size the listings, as well as the search boxes to any size that you wish, as well as the map. Just simply drag and drop everything into the size that you need it, and then you can move the map around, manipulate the zoom level. Once everything is done, you'll notice that as you're doing it, all of the items up here will also be updated to tell you what the map width and height is, so you can make sure you're taking effect into your template. And then when you're ready to go, just hit the update settings to set those to be the default settings that you'll be setting up for your map setup. Make sure that you set your region correctly before going into setting up your listings. Every country in the world sets up their addresses differently, and Google needs to have that region set correctly. So if you're from Australia, make sure you're using the Australia regions, as so your addresses will properly geolocate when you're doing your lookups. Use the clusters feature if you have a number of pins in close proximity to one another, and clusters will allow the user to see a numbered clickable pin that's on the map, and then once they click on that one circle, it will basically expand and show all of the pins that are underneath that. It's very helpful when you have pins that are close proximity to one another and they look grouped on the map. Clusters will make that a little bit easier for your visitors to follow. Go ahead and set a default color for your pins, as well as set anything else. I'll take you through the filters here in just a little bit. With the filters tool in the free version, you can offer different color pins for different locations. and use that to group. So for example, if you wanted to use a doctor's listing, you could have pediatrics, doctors as one, and dermatologists as another color, and they will show up as different color pins on the map. Once you have all those items set up, moving over to the search customizations, you can go ahead and set the text that will show up in your search box, as well as the text that will show up in your filter box. You can turn off the ability to use the filters from here, and you'll notice that they'll also update. We tried to give you a version of what you'll see out here once you're done creating all of this. As well as going into your search customizations, you can use the infinite color selector to make sure that you have a close color selection that's matching your theme. Once you have that all set up, you might want to also look into the scale that you're using, metric for kilometers or miles for United States, and once those are all set, again, make sure you update your settings by clicking the button here, and you should have all those things ready to go. The next thing we'll move over is to your listings, to add your listings. Adding listings, we went out of our way to make sure that this was as easy as possible to get started from a bare start. If you go into the add listings area, we have a auto lookup area tool that allows you to simply start typing, and once it recognizes a particular location, clicking on it will automatically populate all of the information directly from the Google lookup, so saving you some time on getting those listings created. Just simply make sure that you name your listing, set all the additional information. You can upload a picture for that particular listing that will show up in the pop-up. Now, some of the things that most people will want to use are the tags. If they want to use different color pins, this is available in the free version. You can tag particular listings and then use tags to change the color of the pin that will show on the map for that. Or if you have everybody the same, you can use the default pin that's used for everybody. Say, for example, you had representatives that you wanted to basically show who the closest representative is, but you wanted to hide their home address from the public listing. Simply uncheck this to hide that address, and it will show basically how close they are to that particular location, but it won't show the actual the actual address itself. So the address will be hidden with that selection. If you need the ability to upload a custom pin, that is available in our Pro add-on. Visit vitalorganizer.com to purchase that particular add-on, and that will give you the ability to add custom pins as well as some other features that I'll show you here in just a little bit. I'm going to hit cancel on here, but just to give you an idea, after you save a listing, to make sure that everything is correct, it'll show up with the white background here, and you could quickly slide over to make sure the longitude and latitude was set correctly. If the item comes, or the listing comes back highlighted as red, there was a problem with the longitude and latitude. Make sure that you check to see if the address is correct, because it's not properly connecting with Google's APIs. So make sure that that particular item is correct, and then once everything is white here, you're ready to basically show your map. Vital Organizer's plugin was, or Vital Organizer Store Locator plugin was tested with tens of thousands of locations, but if you need the ability to upload those with a spreadsheet, the Pro add-on gives you the ability to do a export import based upon a CSV file that's available here. Look into that product if you're needing to upload multiple listings. You can also add your tags as well as set custom pins from the CSV file as well. Google restricts the API to do a number, I think it's 2,500 geolocation lookups daily. And the way we get around that with the free version is that you'll notice here a progress bar. We will continue to check your listings daily with a cron every time for 24 hours to make sure till it's done. So if you have tens of thousands of locations to add, it might take 5 or 6 days to basically fully get the entire listings done, but they will be done through the free API key that's available through Google. Moving on into the tags area, tags are used to group different listings together, as well as change the pins that will show on the map. To update the color of those particular pins or to add a new tag, you'll simply come into the Manage Tags area. To update a color, you simply click on the color. You can change the name of the tag here, or use the infinite color picker to basically select a color and simply update that to have that color reflected back on the map pin. That is a feature that's available for all free users of the plugin. Gives you the ability to customize the colors of your pins for multiple listings. The next two features are available in the Pro add-on. We give the ability to manage instances. Instances was a request that if you have you want the ability to show multiple maps depending on the page. Say, for example, you have a specific product page or a location. Like you say, for example, you just want to show all of the items that are, or all of the listings that are in Florida on this particular page. You can create what's called an instance to basically do that. We added a new feature that gives you the ability to quickly create instances. Again, this is in a Pro add-on. If you click on Clone Instance after you get done doing the instance, it will move over all of your settings for the colors and different settings of the map, the size, and then you simply just rename the instance and maybe redo the filter to move over to the next state or the next tag to basically filter out that particular list. Moving on to features, visitor stats was the newest add-on that we've done for the Pro add-on user. You have the ability to get stats on all of your instances as well as individual instances in specific date ranges. Visitor stats give you all of your information specifically to the map. So these are people that are visiting the map, all of the device and browser stats for those particular users, as well as the location request. This is basically the browser lookups. So this is their location via GPS. And then last but not least, the listing requests. So the actual lists that the listings that they're clicking on the most will be ranked here as well. This was something that's just being released in our latest version of the Pro add-on. To get the Pro add-on, visit vitalorganizer.com to get that quickly added to your website. And let's go ahead and add a map and show you how easy it is now to add a map to your page. You can add a map from either a post or a page. I'm just going to go ahead and create a post really quickly here. And what we did this time around was add a shortcode creator that will quickly insert the VO Store Locator plugin. If you do have the Pro add-on, you might have to select the particular instance that you want it to show. But if you just want the default, you'll just go ahead and click OK, and it will automatically add the shortcode to the page. If you're using Visual Composer, you will also notice that there will be a Vital Store Locator element in the Visual Composer code, since we've integrated with that particular plugin or that particular designer. If you have any other, but that's about it. When you just name the page and go ahead and save it, and you'll notice that your map shows up. You might have to tweak your settings back on the admin page as far as settings to make sure that the colors match your particular theme and size and such, but you should be ready to go. As always, we're welcome feedback. If you have anything for us as far as feature sets that are missing, our goal is to make sure that this is the most customizable free plugin available. If you're having any issues, reach out to us at vitalorganizer.com. We have a chat box that's mostly available, as well as a knowledge base. But if you need anything additional features, we always have our ears open as far as new feature sets and looking for ideas. Reach out to us when you get a chance. Thanks for using us, and have a wonderful day.